send on the other songs.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 470. It's Tuesday, February 19th, 2013, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Internet talk radio for your imagination. Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today we hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer. Plus we bring you part one of Into an Interview with Nick Krill of the band, the SPINTO Band.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And a recent study has shown that the more a child watches television, the more likely they'll become a criminal man.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
The risk of having a criminal conviction by early adulthood increased by approximately 30% with every hour of television. Researchers followed 1,000 children that were born in New Zealand. From 1972 to 1973, they also found out that their personality was aggressive and antisocial with the more watching of TV. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends children should only watch 1 to 2 hours.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Meanwhile, New Zealand's neighbor Australia, at the Olympics, their swim team took a shower.
Mike's
as you probably know.
Daily
Well, they did a review
Podcast.
and they found out why that was.
Yeah!
Because usually the team does really well. And they had their worst performance in 2 decades. And the reason? Because of a toxic team culture, bullying, drunkenness, and misuse of medications. Australia's only swimming gold medal at the London 2012 Games was with the women's 4x100 meter freestyle relay go team. Oh, look who just walked in. Hello, Mike Matthews, Chely Shoehart, the gift shop supervisor, and I don't like to swim. Why not? Because I get my hair wet. Well, yeah, but you get your hair wet when you walk out in the rain. No, I don't. Well, like when you take a shower, when you take a bath. No, I don't. What are you, like a cat? Mike Matthews, I just don't like to get my hair wet. But if you don't ever wash your hair doesn't look disgusting. Thank you. Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, it's just like I'm like some kind of a miracle worker. Oh, look who just walked in. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman.
And this is John Deere the engineer. Floyd, would you do the honors?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, Chely.
What are you talking about? What are you sorry about?
And I brought a really good shampoo with precious emolliences. Because I'm Floyd the Floorman. Dang it. Your hair just got washed.
Anyway, I don't like swimming.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. And you know what else is interesting is that excessive TV study. I watched a lot of TV as a kid. I got really fat. The Biggest Loser is doing this thing about trying to show about child obesity. And, you know, I was part of that. I got huge. Watching too much Gilligan's Island and eating cheesy poofs. No, it was those round cheese ball puffs. I ate those. They're not good for you. I stay away from them now. And I try to watch a very limited amount of TV, including the Downton Abbey finale. I watched it last night. Oh, gosh. And it's funny because us Americans, we're watching it now, but the British have seen it months ago. And those people that we know that watch stuff illegally watched it months ago.
Mike, I do not watch television illegally. I would like to go on record as saying that.
What are you trying to hide?
My pot farm.
You know, you didn't have to say that on the Mike's Daily Podcast.
I meant my pod farm because it's a podcast and I make pods for the podcast.
What kind of pods? Pea pods with the peas in them? I love peas.
No, they're pods of aliens.
Oh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Wondrous film. Mike, I don't like it when plants bite me and then make a whole nother duplicate of me and then I die.
You know what, Floyd? I'd rather have that happen than me going swimming.
Well, you know, I know what guy can really turn around that Australian swim team. Lance Armstrong. He should help him out. Wait a minute. Mike, that's funny. You know who just walked in is my brother who's from Australia. Hello, Mike. It's good to see you. And a kangaroo. Kangaroo, tie me down, mate. It's a very odd Australian accent.
You're telling me, Mike, I don't see what part of Australia he could possibly be from.
I'm from the Outback, mate.
Mike Matthews,
What?
make him leave. He's staring weird at me.
Okay, Floyd, tell your brother to leave.
All right, leave, Dingo. Okay, bye.
Wow, I believe that was a close one in the Pan Pacific Dance Games. In ballroom dance, strictly ballroom dancing. Oh, Muriel, you're awful, Muriel. That's about all I can do Australia-wise. Love that accent, though. As you can tell, I've tried to emulate it so closely. So your comments on how much you love Australia and New Zealand and the fact that we have this wonderful study, thanks to New Zealand, that the more TV you watch, the more of a jerk you become. You can email me your comments, and we read your comments on the section emails from email, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Also, email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We also have our website, mikesdailypodcast.com. Go there to find our link to iTunes. Subscribe to the show in iTunes. Get the latest show. And also, you can rate the show and comment on the show in iTunes. If you do that, more people find out about us. It's awesome. Also, you can like the show on Facebook. We have a link to that, as well as a link to where to find us in Yelp, YouTube, and Twitter. And the links to where you can hear us on the internet at knjoradio.com and the xrqk.com/Los Angeles. Links to all that, as well as our blog and the podcast picture of the day, mikesdailypodcast.com.
Into an interview.
Hello.
Good morning, Nick.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. It's Nick Krill from the SPINTO Band.
That's right.
Yay! And you're in Delaware.
Yep.
How's Delaware today?
Today, Delaware seems kind of dreary, overcast. I just looked out the window, and it seemed like it was drizzling down some rain. So, not the best day in Delaware, it seems.
Well, you know what?
But,
You're having the exact same weather as California today.
Oh, really? Okay, so I guess I can't complain too bad.
It's good. It's the same everywhere. We're just stuck in this weather rut. Oh, well.
Yeah.
But how did you get the SPINTO Band together? How'd you guys all come together to create this band? I love your music, by the way. I should point that out first at the beginning of this interview.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, we all just came together just through being friends as kids, really. There's two sets of brothers in the band, so obviously those guys came together biologically. And then they're actually, so Jeff and Joe, who are the drummer and other guitar player, and Tom and Sam, who are the bassist and keyboard player. Jeff and Joe's dad and Tom and Sam's stepdad are actually in the band, too. So,
what is that band?
That band's called the Sin City Band.
Huh.
They're kind of like a Americana group that have been playing around Delaware and Pennsylvania for, over 30 years probably at this point.
Wow.
So those guys just sort of knew each other just through their parents knowing each other. And I met Tom through school, and then kind of got tied into those other guys through Tom. And then, just being teenagers thinking bands were cool, drawing album covers and pretending to be in bands, and then all of a sudden we got instruments for Christmas, and then I was like, all right, well, let's be a band then, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's awesome. I would never be able to start a band. I guess I don't make friends that way. I guess I'm a horrible person that can't make friends. No, I mean, when I make friends, I usually make friends with people that aren't so creative. So that's cool that you surrounded yourself with really creative individuals, including yourself.
I guess it was just the luck of the draw, kind of.
That's awesome. And so tell me about the Cracker Jack lyrics, the Cracker Jack box lyrics.
Well, so at that time when we were all 11, 12 years old, trying to figure out what kind of music to play, we kind of drew inspiration from Roy Spino, who's sort of the spiritual guide of the band, and he had been a musician writing lyrics on Cracker Jack boxes, and making home recordings. And so, you know, once we sort of unearthed Roy as an entity and a being, we kind of got some musical direction from him and sort of pointed our 11-year-old minds toward a direction of musical direction.
And I'm sorry, who is Roy?
Roy is he's a musician and kind of just became the spiritual guider of the band.
Oh.
In a way.
Oh, okay. Wow. What has he been able to give you guys feedback on your music?
Only not physically. But you know, through we can feel his power, and he guides us to this day.
Wow, that's very cool. And there's a picture on Wikipedia, the all-knowing Wikipedia, of you guys in a haunted house.
Oh yeah. Oh cool. Okay.
Do you remember where that picture is from?
Yeah. That's just from a haunted house that's near our recording studio.
Whoa.
Yeah. So there's some. We have a studio in Delaware here where we do all our recordings, and the haunted house is our next door neighbor, kind of.
Wow.
So we just went in, did some ghost hunting, and took some photographs. See if we could find any ghosts that came up when the pictures were developed.
Anything?
Nah, not. So we'll have to go in again with another tactic.
What's the story supposed to be? Is it like an old pirate or something?
I think it's a sort of a psycho farmer that sort of, went nuts and started, doing some weird stuff with farm equipment and local villagers.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a movie that should be made, and it'd be a big hit. Wow. Or the name Psycho Farmer would be a good band name.
Yeah. I think they're headlining the show this year.
Well, how did you come up with the Spinto Band name?
Well, that was just sort of, named after Roy Spinto, after his work and his sort of legacy kind of inspired us. We just named the group after him. And initially we were, sort of solely creating stuff that was like directly related to him, so it made sense. But then obviously we ended up just making our own music as time went on, but the name just kind of stuck. It's
a very cool name, and I actually first found out about you guys through the song Jackhammer.
Oh, cool.
And which album was that off of?
Jackhammer was on our last album, Shy Pursuit.
And how did that song come about?
That song came about. I was just at the time renting a little room in Philadelphia, and there was a lot of noise going on, and so I just sort of wrote a song about the noise. Oh God, so it could have been called Leaf Blower. Yeah, all those could have been. Yeah, all those wonderful sounds that wake you up in the morning. Yeah. But I would like to play it now. Okay, yeah, sure. And it's the band, the Spinto Band. We're talking with Nick Krill on Mike's Daily Podcast.
Something says she wants you. She hangs on every word. But she wants to leave the city. She says that it's noisy. Something makes her headache. Jackhammers never end their work. Wait, they won't be long. Just says she wants you. Won't you ever learn? Isn't it a pity she won't make it easy? Nothing makes her happy. Jackhammers.